A breathtaking shift becomes visible when we compare the world of disabilities today, a world shaped by biological limitations, social barriers, assistive devices, and medical challenges, with the extraordinary future of 2050, where bionics, neural implants, genetic engineering, artificial organs, and human-AI symbiosis reshape the meaning of ability itself. For thousands of years, disabilities were perceived as permanent conditions. If a person lost a limb, their limb was gone. If someone was born blind or deaf, that was considered an unchangeable fate. If a person's spine was damaged, paralysis was a lifetime sentence. These experiences shaped human identity, human empathy, and human society. But by 2050, the definition of disability may collapse entirely, not because disabilities disappear by miracle, but because technology becomes powerful enough to eliminate the biological boundaries that created them. A striking contrast emerges when we see how today's prosthetics, still largely mechanical devices relying on straps, motors, and basic electronics, will evolve into fully integrated bionic limbs controlled by thought, providing strength, dexterity, and sensory feedback surpassing human biology. Today, prosthetic legs allow people to walk, prosthetic arms allow simple hand motions, and some advanced devices can receive basic nerve signals. But the limitations are obvious: unnatural movement, limited sensation, slow response, and emotional disconnect from the device. Yet by 2050, bionic limbs may connect directly to the nervous system, allowing people not only to move, but to feel warmth, pressure, texture, and even pain if needed for protection. Bionic fingers will play musical instruments. Bionic legs will run faster than Olympic athletes. Bionic arms will lift hundreds of kilograms effortlessly. Instead of restoring human capability, they will redefine it. An extraordinary evolution appears when we analyze the progress in artificial vision, going from bulky external devices today to neural implants that can transmit visual information directly into the brain. Today, retinal implants and experimental chips allow blind individuals to perceive shapes, flashes, and outlines. But the resolution is extremely limited, and the implants require complex surgery. Yet by 2050, artificial eyes equipped with ultra-high-resolution cameras, thermal imaging, night vision, zoom functionality, and augmented reality overlays will allow people born blind to see not just ordinarily, but superhumanly. They will perceive electromagnetic wavelengths humans never evolved to detect. They may see sound patterns, hear colors, or visualize data streams. Sight becomes programmable. A revolutionary transformation emerges when we consider hearing restoration from today's cochlear implants to the future's neurological auditory processors capable of filtering noise, enhancing clarity, and translating languages instantly. Today, cochlear implants allow the deaf to hear simplified digital sound. Yet by 2050, neuroauditory implants could exceed natural hearing. They could isolate a single voice in a noisy room, detect frequencies beyond human range, interpret emotional tone with AI assistance, and overlay real-time translation. People who were once deaf may not just regain hearing, they may hear in ways humans never imagined. By 2050, technological advancements promise to revolutionize the lives of individuals with disabilities, offering solutions once considered science fiction. One major breakthrough is in spinal cord repair, where regenerative medicine is emerging as a promising avenue. Researchers are developing 3D printed implants that deliver electrical stimulation to encourage nerve cell regrowth, mimicking the spinal cord structure. Brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, are also transforming healthcare by enabling direct interaction between the brain and external devices. These interfaces restore communication and mobility, allowing individuals to control devices like robotic arms or wheelchairs with their thoughts. Memory implants are becoming increasingly plausible with advances in neuroscience and nanotechnology. Devices like Neuralink can record and stimulate brain activity, while gene editing tools like CRISPR could potentially alter or restore memories. Genetic engineering with CRISPR-Cas9 offers the potential to treat genetic diseases, though it raises ethical debates about human diversity. Advanced exoskeleton suits combine human intelligence with robotic strength, making tasks safer and more efficient. These wearable robots provide mobility and rehabilitation support, helping individuals with spinal cord injuries or strokes. Bioengineered artificial organs are addressing the organ shortage crisis by mimicking natural organ function and structure. Technologies like 3D printing and tissue engineering are creating custom-designed artificial hearts, kidneys, and livers. Nano-medicine offers advanced technologies for early detection, imaging, and targeted treatment of diseases at a cellular level. Finally, digital avatars provide new opportunities for inclusivity and accessibility in virtual reality and digital interactions. These avatars allow individuals to reconstruct their identity and experience virtual mobility, promoting inclusivity and representation. A remarkable scientific breakthrough unfolds when we examine spinal cord repair and the possibility of reversing paralysis. Today, spinal injuries remain one of the most difficult medical problems, with limited regenerative ability. Experimental studies using electrical stimulation, stem cell injections, and neural bypass systems offer glimpses of hope. But by 2050, neural implants that route signals around damaged spinal tissue could restore walking ability to paraplegics. A transformative frontier emerges when we integrate brain-computer interfaces into disability treatment, creating direct communication pathways between thought and machines. Today, brain-computer interfaces allow patients with paralysis to move robotic arms or type sentences using thought signals, yet the systems are slow, bulky, and fragile. But in the future, neural implants may allow people with disabilities to control home appliances, communicate, walk, navigate virtual worlds, and operate machines purely through intention. Thought becomes action. An astonishing possibility arises when we explore memory implants, cognitive prosthetics, and neuroboosters that could assist individuals with cognitive impairments, dementia, or brain injury. Today, memory loss due to Alzheimer's or trauma remains one of the biggest medical challenges. Drug treatments offer limited help, but by 2050, digital memory chips could store personal information, retrieve forgotten details, reinforce neural pathways, or assist in forming new memories. AI-based cognition assistants could monitor emotional states, stabilize mood, and prevent cognitive decline. The line between human brain and synthetic support becomes fluid. A powerful shift unfolds when we consider genetic engineering and CRISPR-based therapies capable of preventing or reversing inherited disabilities. Today, genetic disorders such as muscular dystrophy, cystic fibrosis, and spinal muscular atrophy cause lifelong disability. Gene therapies exist but are limited and expensive. Yet by 2050, CRISPR-driven precision gene editing may repair faulty DNA sequences in embryos, children, or adults, eliminating entire categories of disabilities before they manifest. Genetic blindness, genetic deafness, metabolic disorders, developmental conditions, many may be edited out of existence. Disability becomes preventable. A profound emotional shift takes place when individuals who lived their entire lives with disability experience restored or enhanced ability. Today, rehabilitation focuses on coping, but tomorrow, transformation becomes the norm. A blind person gaining sight after decades experiences a psychological rebirth. A paralyzed person walking again feels reborn. A person with congenital disability suddenly living without limitation confronts a brand new identity. Technology becomes not just restoration, but liberation. A groundbreaking transformation emerges when society shifts its perception of disabled individuals from sympathetic subjects needing accommodation to pioneers of the augmented human era. Today, disabled people fight for accessibility, acceptance, and rights. But tomorrow, they may lead the way in adopting bionics, implants, neuro-assistive AI, and genetic therapies earlier than the general population. They become the first augmented humans. The stigma transforms into admiration. A fascinating cultural evolution appears when people begin choosing augmentation not out of disability, but desire for enhancement. Today, athletes with prosthetic legs cannot compete with natural athletes due to unfair advantage. But by 2050, enhanced limbs may outperform natural ones. People may opt for bionic eyes to gain night vision or zoom capabilities. Workers in dangerous jobs may use exoskeletons for protection and strength. Athletes may enhance their bodies to break past human limits. Disability technology becomes enhancement technology. An ethical storm emerges when society must decide who gets access to augmentation, everyone or only those with disabilities? Today, healthcare equity is already challenged, but by 2050, augmentation may create class divides. Those who afford enhancements become super capable, those who cannot remain limited. A world emerges where ability depends on wealth. Disability becomes not biological but economic. A striking philosophical question arises when humans begin questioning what it truly means to be human if much of the body can be replaced, upgraded, or redesigned. Today, identity is tied to biology, but tomorrow, a person may have artificial limbs, synthetic organs, neural implants, genetic improvements, and nano-enhanced blood. They may see without eyes, walk without nerves, think with computational assistance. Humanity becomes modular. A dramatic social transformation occurs when disability no longer exists as a category because technology neutralizes biological limitations. Today, society separates people into abled and disabled. By 2050, those distinctions may vanish. Someone blind could have better vision than a natural-sighted person. Someone with a missing limb could have a stronger arm than any athlete. Someone with paralysis could control machines with thought more efficiently than someone using hands. Disability becomes advantage. An astonishing reality emerges when people with disabilities become the first explorers of extreme environments, deep oceans, outer space, high radiation zones, because augmented bodies can withstand conditions natural bodies cannot. Today, astronauts must meet strict health criteria, but tomorrow, augmented individuals may outperform natural humans in extreme missions. They could tolerate microgravity better, resist radiation, and integrate with robotic exosuits. Disability becomes superpower. A final, extraordinary transformation crystallizes when we imagine a world where disability is not erased but evolved out of existence, not by removing the people who live with them, but by removing the limitations that define disability. Today, disability represents constraint. Tomorrow, it represents opportunity. Today, disability evokes sympathy. Tomorrow, it evokes awe. Today, disability limits potential. Tomorrow, it enhances potential. The end of disability does not mean the end of diversity. It does not mean the end of identity. It does not mean the end of humanity. It means the beginning of a world where human capability is no longer defined by biology, accident, or genetics, but by imagination, engineering, and the courage to expand what a human body can be. The end of disabilities is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a new human evolution, where healing becomes upgrading, where restoration becomes enhancement, and where the human body becomes a canvas for possibility rather than limitation. I am Dr. Mohsin Raza, and thank you so much for watching the video, and also subscribe the channel for further videos.